you had these health issues, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
that got you to focus hard on your body and so on and so forth. So right now, what's your diet like? Like what do you do? Like are you vegan? Like what you drinking still or smoking?
Nah.
What is it like now? Because I know there's a balance. Like you know what I mean? Like you can still be healthy and smoke a little and drink a little and be healthy.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So what is your down your balanced diet like now?
Yeah, right now, no drinking. I stopped drinking. So I'm not smoking. Um, I stay away from meat pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I slipped up a little bit today. That's why I'm feeling a little weary today, bro. But yeah, I still, if I ain't gonna lie, yeah, you got me a little bit. But I still rock with the fish, bro. I still rock with the fish.
Okay.
I'm still tapped in with the alkaline water, spring water, the baby fat water. Fruits, vegetables, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I try to do is I try to eat right for my blood type. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
Okay. Speak on that.
yeah,
Speak on that. Eating for your blood type. Why is that important?
yeah. That's actually one of the more accurate diets I've actually partaked in, you know what I'm saying, in terms of, just because everybody, we have these blanket diets and everybody think everything's supposed to work for everybody, but like, certain foods that, your blood type is not fucking with, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta figure out your most importantly, you know what I'm saying, you got to find out your blood type. A lot of people don't even know what their blood type is, and that's part of knowing self. So it's like once you figure out your blood type, you know what I'm saying, you can actually go online and just figure out all the beneficial foods for your blood type, all the things that's neutral, all the things that's avoidable. And even with the baby fat water, along with that, we put together programs for people, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like, different foods that'd be good for them, so we put a regimen for them, workout regimen, things that, that might be beneficial for whatever their goals are, you know what I'm saying, in conjunction with the baby fat water. So, eat right for your blood type is very, very dope, man. I feel like more people should tap in on it because, some people are allergic to things and they don't even know why, but if they knew what the, like, oh shit, damn, I didn't know I was avoidable, it'd be, it might be fucking like for me, I need to avoid avocados.
Mm.
And for most people, that's actually good. But for me, you know what I'm saying, that might make my goddamn face swell up, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Wow.
like I need to stay
Yeah.
away from that. Chicken, avoidable. Pork, avoidable. You know what I'm saying? And it got drinks as well, like liquids. It's avoidable. For me, red wine is actually good for me. You know what I'm saying? Whiskey and stuff like that is actually okay, but to eat right for your blood type is definitely, it's good for you. Even if you don't go by it to the T, at least if you're like really knowledgeable on what things that you should be avoiding, you'll know why you start to feel certain ways when you eat certain foods because it might be, incompatible with your blood type.
Now I noticed that lately. For me personally, it's funny that you mentioned that you had that stomach issues for a couple of years. I noticed that with me personally, like even just eating late, like I'm trying to avoid eating late altogether. Like I want to stop eating after 6. If I'm gonna eat, it's fruits and peanuts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna eat. You know what I mean? And then trying to stay away from the sweet stuff and all that salty, chips and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, So I
that's tough,
know.
huh?
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
get this. You gotta
But
get
y'all,
this.
y'all got some. You cook vegan food, don't you?
Yeah. Five principles cuisines. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you already tapped in with it. You good? I remember
Yeah,
when we was up
yeah.
there.
Oh, for
That food was
sure.
fire, bro. Shit, if I can get my hands on that consistently, bro, like that right there is the lick.
Don't
And so,
worry. When I come out there, I'm gonna cook something for you out. You know what I mean?
yeah, no doubt.
When you come back to visit us, I got you. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be.
You don't eat no fish, do you?
No. Those were our progress. It started with stop eating meat. Then I stopped eating chicken. Then then I stopped eating fish. Then dairy was the last thing. Dairy was hard. I won't gonna lie. Dairy was
Yeah,
hard.
man.
You know what I mean? But eventually, like for me, and plus I'm lactose intolerant too. So like
Damn.
dairy was really messing me up. So before I really cut out dairy, man, I had bad asthma attacks. Bad asthma attacks, Like I used to end up in the hospital and stuff. You gotta give me a mask and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But as soon as I cut out the dairy, shit, all that stuff, asthma's gone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
That's kind of why I can't. I don't really smoke as much no more, man. It's like eventually my asthma start kicking in again. Like
Well, what's also good to help you to always heal if you're gonna smoke is a sea moss. The sea moss.
Mm,
I put that sea
mm.
moss in my smoothie. Like I have a bottle of smoothie on deck all the time, and in that smoothie is sea moss. So that helps with that smoker's cough. You know the smoker's cough, all that phlegm in
Yeah, for
your
sure.
chest. Yeah, it gets rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, also I don't smoke that much anymore. Like I do a weekend thing. Like I stay away from smoking during the week. Friday, Saturday, I'll smoke a little. I'm talking about like maybe a joint or two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I'm more like the edibles. I like the edibles, man. That's my thing.
yeah.
That's been my thing for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For
I
sure.
like the edible high.
So let me ask you a question. The baby fat water book, is it what is it about? So is it gonna touch on helping people with their blood type and what they should avoid and so on and so all this stuff you're talking about?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't put those details in there. Those are actually those are part of the regiment. So whenever you purchase the book, you know what I'm saying, you get in contact with me, you know, so we sit down, you know, do a consultation, I get a chance to get it, you know, hear what your goals are and you know, I'll write a plan for you and then, you know, figure out your blood type and then I put that into the report. But the baby fat water, it's a manual actually. You know, I give a story about like same like tonight, you know, I give you a story about you know, what made me, you know, actually write the book, you know, some of my pain, my struggles and you know, and it shows you how to do it yourself. It's just a manual. I got all the ingredients in there, step by step, all the measurements. I have a children's story in there as well, you know, just to get them acclimated to the importance of your stomach health, you know, teaching them that our stomach, you know, that's where our intuition is. So it's like I'm getting a chance to, you know, get them started early. It's a short story, you know, but nonetheless, the book is it's a short read. It's really just a manual, you know. So I don't want people to think it's a novel or nothing like that, but it's definitely an instruction manual for you to actually create this wonderful potion yourself at home. And
Mhm.
yes, I just figured, you know, it got to a point where I feel like, okay, how can I serve a purpose for a broader audience? You know what I'm saying? Not everybody want to listen to music, you know, or, you know, they might not necessarily like my music. Not everybody's going to like basketball. I'm like, but what does everybody need at this present time during this new stage in life that we're moving into, this new golden age, this Aquarian age? I'm like, how can I help efficiently? You know what I'm saying? I was like, here we go. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's when I came up with this product. I'm like, this is something that everybody can use. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't use baby fat water, I'm still putting them on code that it's time to cleanse
Mhm.
because as the planet and you know and our atmosphere and the universe continues to rise up, the energy continues to go. We you got to be able to rise up with it, and a lot of people will be able to because you know they're taking cleanses, whether it's baby fat water or any type of cleanse. I'm just putting you on code. You don't have to deal with baby fat water. I'm just literally like saying this is what time it is. You dig what I'm saying?
You're a beacon,
And
fam. You're a
I'm,
beacon. You're a beacon, yo. 'Cause
yeah,
that's one thing I gather from what your mom taught you. You know what I mean? It's like it's to be a servant. You know what I mean? You have the spirit. You have the spirit of to serve others. You know what I mean? And you can tell by your journey and the choices you made in life. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They were selfless decisions. You know what I mean? Even when things kind of got hectic with you with playing in the NBA and realizing that everybody got their hand out, and you know what I mean? And the fun is no more.
yeah,
Even then, you still went on to help others. You know, you didn't become bitter and just say, "Yo, people just want to use me," and and so on and so forth. You pivoted and said, "You know what? I'm gonna help in other ways, as opposed to just being a cash cow." You know what I mean for these folks out here. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I
It's very
respect
true.
that. I respect that. If you could send a message to your younger self, what would you say?
I would definitely teach my young self about balance.
Mm.
For sure, it would definitely be more so balanced, you know, just in terms of. But I don't know if I would have received it just because I was always like, nah, I gotta get there, gotta work. You know, I didn't even go to my prom in high school. You know what I'm saying? I was that locked in. I didn't do school dances. I didn't party at all. I didn't do none of that. And quite
Me
frankly,
too. I
looking
wasn't
back,
playing basketball, but I didn't go to none of that. You know what I mean? I didn't go to
I mean, maybe I just wasn't into it as much. But looking back, maybe I could have dibbled and dabbled. But you know, once again, bro, if I were to tell my younger self something, I would like definitely, you know what I'm saying, master balance. You know what I'm saying? And, but once again, mastering balance that has to come with, you know, experience, ups and downs and hardships, learnships. That's how you actually tap into, recognizing how important it is to be balanced out here. But
Sure.
if I had to, yeah, that would be it. I would definitely, I would have planted that seed a lot early on. We was either you 100 miles per mile or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was always 100 miles per hour, so I feel like I probably could have balanced things out a little bit more. So once I got to college, I wouldn't feel so um sheltered in certain aspects. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Although I was always kind of a freelancer, but um, my first drink probably would have been, you know what I'm saying? But once again, man, I think everything happened for a reason. So it's like I really can't. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think everything happened the way it was supposed to, bro.
For sure, for sure,
You
for
feel me?
sure.
I probably wouldn't have trusted so many people. I would have been like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch who you trust. Yeah, that's what I would tell myself. It's like, man, watch
Yeah,
who you trust in. You know.
for sure, for sure. Um, just to close out, I appreciate you, Mo. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
I see the work you're doing. You know what I mean? I see you with the Maurice Ager show. I see you got the apparel for your brand. So y'all check that out on Instagram. You know what I mean? But I got this one question: spiritually and mentally, how has this years in your avatar has had an impact on your evolution?
Is what I came here for. I came here to experience this portion of my evolution. You know what I'm saying? I've recently been able to tap into my, just different past lives and stuff like that, and it showed me a lot of things on what's more important now. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, when it comes to physical. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in past lives, we were really tapped in on physical goal. Now we need to be tapped in on spiritual goal. So as we continue to move forward in life, I'm learning more and more. I mean, I came here to experience. We need to get more, really reacquainted back with our spiritual side. You know what I'm saying? As we, you know, evolve past the physical. I feel like a lot of people are scared of the transition period in terms of moving on to higher existence and ascending. But I feel like I'm at this space stage in my journey is where it's like the journeys I've been, the lessons have been pretty tough because me personally, I know that I'm evolving as a spirit being. You know what I'm saying? As a divine force. I believe of souls we come to this plane to eventually grow our own wings so we can become our own gods and still stay tapped in with the most high. Don't get me wrong, but we came in to be our own individual powers and our experiences and this resistance in this three-dimensional um, realm that we live in is allowing us to be able to do so because we have to, break through many things, you know what I'm saying, our own mental barriers. Some of the things that might, hinder us on the outside. Everything is here to help us. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we no longer have to look at anybody as an enemy like that because even our enemies are showing us who we need to be. Even our lower self give our higher self purpose. We wouldn't know good if we didn't have evil. So it's like in this game of life, we must, kind of look at these things and kind of not. We know how trash the government is. We know that, but at the end of the day, you know who you are because you know what that is. And quite frankly, if we all want, we have to be able to take full responsibility for the whole construct at this point. And I feel like a lot of people are having a hard time looking at it that way, and they still kind of like we see a part of the game that's kind of like I don't like that, but is it pushing you to become greater and to become the highest version of yourself? And if it is, it's actually your friend. You know what I'm saying? No matter how fucked up it is, bro. I mean, I get it, man.
Yeah, yeah. Like for me, like being incarcerated, it sucked. You know what I mean? Having a father that physically abused me when I was younger, it sucked. You know what I mean? But in the totality of it all, the person I am as a result of it, I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. It sucks. You know what I mean? There's blowbacks, there's issues that I deal with on a daily basis just from going through what I went through. But totality of it all, just like you, your journey in the NBA, everything happened for a reason. The journey in the music business, everything happened for a reason, and and,
Hmm.
and we can't just how they say throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was all there for a reason. Every last bit of it, man. It's even when you first come into consciousness, man. You raging. and then eventually you balance out.
That is
You know,
out.
you start to like, even though Bourgeois, you learn to love instead of hate. So even the so-called, what you may call it, the white man is like, you know, I feel like a lot of our people are still holding on to that hate regardless. And it's
First
crazy
of
because
all,
it's like that hate, that energy right there is a very heavy energy, and you can't carry that with you. And through
no,
your ascension process, it's very, you know what I'm saying, you might as well let that go, understand it, become an observer, become a master observer, learn how to observe things outside of judgment. That's another level of ascension, you know, being able to see things for what they are. You know, sacred geometry just isn't shapes. Sacred geometry is being able to see things from many perspectives. So if
mhm.
you can see things from many perspectives and then come into the ultimate perspective, which is the one right in the middle, and just kind of be, you know, neutral about it.
It goes
You know what
back
I'm
to
saying?
the balance. It goes back to the balance. It goes back to
Always, yeah.
balance. It goes
Yeah, I
back
think
to
it's
the
always gonna go
balance.
back to that.
It always goes
Especially
back
in
to the
this time.
balance.
Yeah, we in duality, so it's like it's always gonna be one or the other. So um, you know, forgiving yourself, forgiving others is huge. Because once again, you can't carry that energy with you. The key is to get lighter as we get older, you know what I'm saying, and just get wiser.
Your heart's supposed to be light as a feather when judgment comes. You know what I mean? Which means like you're not supposed to be holding on to any experience you had in this world. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
your heart's supposed to filter everything for you. And then
yeah,
that filter, you know, that heart of yours is supposed to remain light. It shouldn't have any residue from your experience. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
but yeah,
That's why I
man,
tell you, yeah,
go
that's why I
ahead.
tell you to forgive and let go as much as you can.
Definitely,
You know what
definitely,
I'm saying? People be
definitely.
thinking that's like some corny, out of this world stuff, but it's like you actually doing yourself a favor
No, there's a
because
science
you let,
behind it. There's a science behind
yeah,
it. There's a real science behind it. You know what I mean? Like I know a lady who her life she just seemed like she was angry and bitter. She died of cancer not too long ago. You know what I mean? In pain.
yeah,
So I feel like that has to do her the way she died has to do with the what she harbored inside within her. You know what I mean? Which manifested into cancer and so on and so forth. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? So yeah, you gotta learn to let go. You gotta learn to let go. We gotta learn to let go. You know what I mean? But
You
yeah,
got
Mo,
to.
just plug them in. Tell them how they can link you and what you got coming. You know what I mean? Let them
Yeah,
know.
man, definitely. Yeah, we got the Moe Ager, regular Twitter. That's MoeAger. You know, that's my main page, and then I got the Moe Ager Show, which is pretty much, you know, production stuff, music, you know, yeah, skits, you know,
Yeah, yeah. I
vlogs.
see the skates. I see the skates. I see the
Yeah,
skates.
yeah, yeah. That's
Silly
my
with it.
fun page.
That's
That's my fun page.
me personally. I like to see the Moors that way. You know what I mean? Say, you know, sometimes we as Moors, we're like, yo, you know, like you said, we get into the information, we're just like, lead the charge. So, yo, chill,
Yeah,
yo,
relax.
relax, bro,
Yeah,
relax.
it's a little bit too militant at times, and it's like we you know, gotta be able to yeah, we always, you know, guard in our heart and stuff like that, but ultimately, man, we can't take this shit too serious, man.
Nah, 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 nah,
Yeah,
nah. So yeah,
don't forget to
you got the book, you got the
pay
apparel.
for water. Yeah, yeah, go cop the book, y'all. It's $18. It's a short read. It'll help you out for the rest of your life. I promise you. Reach out to me if you have any questions. You know what I'm saying? We're putting together programs for anybody that's interested in the program that we have going. You know, hopefully with some hard work and some good dedication, luck, and some divine timing, the product will be on shelves at some point in time. But right now, we're just going to keep running because, you know, the world needs to be healed, you know, one way or another, you know, and then it starts with a cleanse. And that belly is very important because that's where your intuition lives. It's your second brain. And I, I'm not an expert. I'm an enthusiast. I'm on a journey, and I'm learning whatever I learn. I share it. You know, I share what I know. Yeah. So, you know, tap in on the Moe Ager Show as well. You know, on Twitter. I'm sorry, yeah, Instagram. And yeah, we shaking and moving, man. Stay tapped in.
Excellent, excellent, Mo. Yo, you know, like I said, brother, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? I see the work you're doing. I seen it firsthand working with the children. The children were very engaged when you came around. We're like, yo, this man played in the NBA. They were like, antennas up. You know what I mean? Soon as they know you, they
Yeah,
knew you
that was dope
certified.
too.
You know what I mean?
That was fun. I
That
remember it.
was a dope experience. Hopefully you come back up soon and we run another camp. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Straight. You know, and then once I get my passport, I'm gonna come out there. And I ain't joking, fam. I'm gonna come to Vietnam. You know what I mean? Because I
Yep.
see some pictures of Vietnam, and man, some place looks so picturesque. Like as far as nature go, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, it's
It's
beautiful out there. You know
a
what I
beautiful
mean?
place, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes, brother. Thank you again. 27th Letter Podcast. Moe Ager. Thank you. Islam,
For sure,
God.
man.
Peace.
Thanks for having me, bro. My man.
Yes.
Already.